It's your boy Random Randy Savage. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about year 2000 and its obsession with dystopian futures, because we didn't see that one coming in 20 years. Today we're going to look at Battle Royale. So let's go ahead and let's switch over real fast. Whoop, there he is. And whoop, let's play this clip. Oh, it's in Japanese or Korean? Oh, it's fine. It's filmed in Japan, so I thought it might be Japanese. A world where old men try to have sex with little girls. No, it's not like that. It's not that movie. Sorry, guys. And where old men can't pay for their own dinners and have to sell their children. Shut up! Ooh. In a world where children have to deal with suicides, sexual assault, murder, and killing your own best friends to the tune of royalty-free music. Exactamente. That sounded Spanish. Way before Katniss Everdeen, there was a bunch of Japanese kids shooting each other with shit. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's move on. Let's go back. Yeah, doing Battle Royale, guys. Let me see. If I could sum it up in just, let's steal Montego's thing. If I could just sum it up in one word, I would say interesting? Question mark. Let's go with that one. Interesting? Question mark. Let's go ahead and get into the tallies. Everybody? Yeah? And let's find out how many kids died in this kid-killing movie. Let's get into our body count.
That body count. That body count.
And the body count, I counted, well, I did the math of 42, but IMDb calls it 48. So let's go with 48. 48 people have died in this movie. Okay. Now let's get into everyone's favorite subject. Normally, when we're not involving children, let's get into skin deep. God, that was a bad transition.
It's about to get skin deep. I just wanna see a little feet. Just show me that booty. Just a little bit of titties. Right now, right now.
Guys, it's a movie about children that are murdering each other. Not a lot of time for the whole hanky-panky, and there's no need to have it either. It's just another element that's just going to confuse everything. Yeah, I didn't see anything. Let's go to 0. All right, let's find out who is our favorite character. Who is the unsung star? Let's go ahead and give our Joe Grizzly Award to someone.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch.
For the Joe Grizzly, there's a character here. I'm just going to go back to me and I'll show you his picture and his name. So back to me. Let's take a look. There's a guy. The guy I was like, this is the guy right here. This guy right here. Call him Kato? Katawa? In my notes, he's Rambo. I named him Rambo. I dubbed the Rambo because, and let's see if I can get back to Battle Royale. What a better picture. Because Rambo here he's Rambo. No ifs, ands, uts about it. He is certified badass, building traps, shooting people, taking supplies. They should have called him Snake. Like, there he is. That's this guy right here. This homeboy is Rambo. He's Rambo. Like, these two knuckleheads back here are just luggage to Rambo. But I'll get more into it in the final verdict. Let's just go ahead and do that real fast. Final verdict time. Let's go ahead. Yeah, that's enough of that. Okay. Gotta re-render that, fix that. That is gross. All right. So, final verdict. Yeah, I'm going to switch back to the window. Here we go. With Rambo. So the story starts off with what would only be assumed as what we call a high concept premise, right? All these kids here, these kids have been selected in what has been tailored as a government act to thin out the herd, I guess would be the best way to put it. Because like the unemployment has skyrocketed and juvenile delinquency is out of control in Japan. Let's just say it's Japan. I think it's Japan. And there's no stopping it. The kids have lost their goddamn minds. So the parents and the government who's in control have decided that the best course of action is if we can't stop all the kids, so we should just have them turn on each other, basically. So we'll pick 9th graders at random class of 9th graders to go into an island, and then whoever's left gets to live. That's it. The end. End of story. And sometimes, if we really don't like the 9th grader, like with Rambo's case here, we'll send him back. Because, fuck this guy. God. But the story follows, let's go back to Rambo. The story follows, man, I'm going to butcher these names. I'm sorry, guys. I went with just random, when we do Asian films like this and they have really hard Asian names or foreign names in general, I will just pick random names of people they reminded me of. Like when we did Thirst, I wrote down April because she reminded me of April Lovegate. This homeboy here is Rambo. This guy back here is Jin because he is just a generic Asian name dude guy, Jin. And then back here is just his girlfriend, Mitsuko. Like, it's not her name. It's just the name I'm pulling out of thin air. It's not her name, but it's, it's as Asian as it comes, I guess. Because I have a bad case of Asian face blindness. Case in point, I thought this person and this person was the same person. Not the same person. My bad. I'm sorry. They're totally different people. I did not realize that while I was watching the film, but I thought what's her face here was what's her face here who ended up in Kill Bill later. But no, she has I thought she had a whole bunch of scenes. No, she only has this scene where she's like a track star and the guy's really in love with her and he doesn't want to the movie is not like Hunger Games, where in Hunger Games you're following just Katniss through her adventures of trying to survive everyone else. This movie is like an amalgamation of different short stories that are all set in the one place, but the short stories are based on there's a big overall threat, but the dynamics between the characters that are involved in the stories changes based on what the characters are. Like this scene here with her and her 5 other friends gets wonky, and there's still the overall storyline. Sorry, IMDb, I'm not doing that. Let's see, you got any more? Okay. Let's see. Oh, here we go. These are the 5. They all look the same to me. I'm not trying to be racist, but they have similar features, guys. And even in the movie, the teacher says they all look like potatoes to me, and I can't tell each other apart. And I was like, I get that. I still wouldn't kill you children over it, but I get that. And this sick fuck, he's a sick fuck. I know he's in other movies. I know he's in other movies. I know he's a famous actor. If he's only famous for this, then he did an excellent job because he's psychotic. And it's like, if they remade this movie in an American style, it would be like if you had Kevin James. That's who I thought. Because they did that movie Becky, and I was like, Kevin James could not be a bad guy. Like, but in Becky, he has a skinhead, and he's just like cold and metallic, like methodical in his thinking, and he's like just wanting to get his money. And like, I would see this as Kevin James as the teacher who's just fed up with these children, who's tired of being picked on and bullied, and he's like, no, I quit. You guys stabbed me, and I can't, because of the PC culture, because of cancel culture, because the government I can't touch you kids, right? Back in my day, we were able to beat the shit out of kids for fucking up. And it's like, okay, sure, but you could just try talking to them or listening to them, or like, I don't know, not trying to beat the shit out of children, but whatever, old man, I guess that'll work, right? But hang on. I'm trying to find, there was a group of girls. Not those two. But anyway, the way they get them there is even ridiculous. They go on a school trip, right? Everyone gets gassed. And like, they all wake up. And they're like, they got these collars on their necks. And they're just like, yeah. So the deal is, there's 42 of you. Last man standing wins. What do you win? You win the chance to see 3 days from now. Because in 3 days, if there's more than one person standing, we kill everyone else all at once. How do you win? Well, kill all your opponents. We'll make it fair. We gave you all either food, water, and the necessary requirements that you have to survive. Plus, we gave you a weapon and a map. Sometimes the weapon is a Uzi or a handgun or a shotgun. Sometimes the weapon is a pot lid. Good luck. Or sometimes the weapon isn't a weapon, it's a bulletproof vest. Well, I guess that helps, but like, how am I going to survive with a bulletproof vest? I'm trying to find, here it is. Okay, there's the scene. So, this scene was the most outrageous fucking scene that I remember in the whole movie. And I was just like, how did it go so wrong so fast? The backstory that we get to this point. Our main guy is Jin. Jin, he's not a fighter. He's not a killer. There are two guys that, like, right off the bat, they have that 1,000-yard stare, and they're definitely killers. They have done some shit before. And it's my guy Rambo, this guy sitting in the back, and one, like, I'm not going to be racist. I'm trying not to be. But imagine your standard anime villain. What would he look like? Long, thin, spiky hair, like kind of giggles himself through the life like that. It happens all the time. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments that there's not an anime character who looks exactly like that. And I'll send you a check for $50. Tell me there's not an anime character who looks exactly like this. who's just tall, lanky, with the hair spike, and he's just mowing people down. Oh, yeah. And I just like, that's the two ringers. They brought in ringers. And I don't like, this guy volunteered for this? I'm sorry, what? No, not that guy. I'm trying to find a good picture of our boy, but wait, here he is. This guy right here. This mamma jammer who right out the gate just starts wailing on people. Just out the gate. Just starts gathering weapons and like shooting people. He had 5 guys around him. He's just like, what's up? He had a fan. That was his weapon. He had a fan to start with. And they're like, what do you think you're going to do with that fan? Beats that guy with a fan, takes his gun, shoots his other friends around him, and then he gets an Uzi with apparently it's just an infinite amount of bullets. Because he's spraying and praying all over the place. It's just insane. But, so, our guy, Jin, I'm calling him Jin because I don't have a name. I know his name is like Narina. I think that's what his name is. He gets into a scrap. He falls down, he gets into a scrap with some rando, falls down a hill. The rando ends up with an axe in his head. This is the scene. He's like, oh, does that look like a guy? That looked like a guy right there who's like, oh yeah, I definitely meant to do this. I definitely meant to kill this guy. No, this guy, what? No! Poor guy. So, troubles happen, things happen. He gets shot. He gets picked, he gets helped out by like Heidi McHotterson here and her 5 best friends. And they're like, oh my God, yeah, I think that was his crush. Cause I'm like, I swear, I lost track of who was. But he's home free. He's got his crush. They got money. They're gonna Rambo's got a way off the island. If we can just get back to the secret location, okay, cool. But this chick down here hiding on the table, that was her boyfriend. The one with the axe in his head. She freaked out. She didn't realize that homeboy it was an accident. She wasn't looking like that. He just saw him get up, walk away, and run. Like, oops, sorry about that. Didn't even So her weapon was a vial of poison. That was it. And she's gonna go up there and get this nice guy a big old bowl of spaghetti filled with arsenic and just like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. Except for Loudmouth McGee here in the blue. She's like, I just came back from guard duty, man. I'm starving. What's to eat? Hey, have spaghetti. Give me that. She takes spaghetti, eats. No, not that one. Everyone's having a good old fine hideout. This one here, Big Loudmouth, just starts spewing blood everywhere. Blah, blah. Ah! Somebody poisoned her. What happened? Oh my God! And it's like, no, it was you. You're the one who cooked the food. You're the one who switched out with the guard duty. You may have picked her. Brrr, and just start shooting each other. And then they kill everyone except the person who poisoned the food for the guy upstairs. She goes upstairs, opens the door because they locked him in because, it's a guy and a bunch of girls. They don't want any trouble. She's like, I didn't mean to do any of this. And she runs further upstairs because they're in a lighthouse. Homeboy goes downstairs, looks at this scene, 5 dead bodies. He goes back upstairs to see where she went. She ain't there. It's a lighthouse. It's overlooking a cliff. Yeah, there she is. She's on the ground. Like, intense, insane. What? Oh, insane. I'm talking myself into it. Like, the more I walked into this review going like, what's the fucking point of this movie, bro? And to be honest, the more I think on it, the more the stories end up being more interesting as I sit with them. And it's like, sometimes that happens, especially with movies. I'm like, I don't know. Like, recently with a lot of Marvel movies, I'm that same way where it's like, I don't know where I'm leaning one way or another, and I have to I have to talk it out. But as I talk it out, I'll find myself remembering or like reliving or like, oh yeah, this was good. And my emotions will change the direction of that pivot. But, yeah. Oh, so the ending of this thing. The way, Rambo, with his buddies, let me see if I can get a picture of the 3 of them again. It was on page 3, yeah? Let's see. All right. Rambo and the 3 buddies, they're the only ones left. Somehow, the anime villain, he revolutionaries trying to disrupt the whole system, make a bomb. There's infighting between lovers. There's lovers who take their own lives. There is a little pecking order between popular girls, and that ends in a gunfight. The anime villain almost gets beat by a girl who literally, like, she grew up just wanting to murder people. And so it's the anime villain, and then Rambo in a gunfight. Anime villain got his eyes fucked up. Looked right into, like, got a mouthful of explosion. And he's blind. Anime villain's just spraying throughout the air, trying to hit something. Like, Rambo here, shotgun right into the explosive collar on his neck. Head flies off. So there's 3 now. Out of 42 people, 42 students who went on the island, there are 3 left now. And there's still the teacher who's back at the base and a whole platoon of army guys. So, and the collars, they have microphones in them so you can hear things. So the kid Rambo, he's like, yeah, here we are, my spot to get off the island. He's like, so was there a boat or something? Like, no, you guys are my way off the island. It's like, what? Told you not to trust me. And it's like, and you cut over to the teacher listening in, blah, blah, 2 gunshots. Then you see Rambo walking back to the base. Teacher's like, and then the army guys want to go look for the bodies, and the like teacher's like, nah, game's over. Game's over. Deactivate all the collars. Let's wrap it up and let's go home. He won. Moving on. So Rambo gets back to the base. Teacher's like, so, yeah, you won, but it's like the revolutionaries weren't the one who's like shut all the collars off. That was you. It's like, what are you talking about? Nah, you played the game last time, so you knew how the collars worked. You knew how to shut them off. So yeah, cheating doesn't fly around here. And it's like he's about to get popped, except for Jin and Misuko here. They show up right behind him. It's like, what the? And they like, and he's like, of course, that makes sense. Because it had to be you. And Jen's looking at him like, what? I don't know you. And he's like, no, not you, her. And it's like, there was a whole big thing with like the teacher who was just he hated his job. And he was like, he didn't want to be there. And he got stabbed. And like, that was the last straw. And he was quitting. And then he had one more day. And he had to spend his last day eating ice cream with Mitsuko there. And they had a nice, like, it wasn't like a father-daughter moment, but it was kind of a nice moment. And he kind of treasured that. And he's like, if anyone else had to survive this, I was hoping it was going to be you. And he's like, even then, like, and I know even if you try to leave, you'll be hunted, but I gotta do what we gotta do. And it's like, so he like pulls the gun, and like she's pointing a gun at him, and then like, all right, just kill me or I'm gonna kill you. One. Ready? 1, 2, and Jin over here fully autos the guy in the face, and like, and it was a water gun. And they're all freaked out. All the collars have been deactivated. They take our collars off. And then the phone rings. Like, what the fuck? And the teacher guy, he jumps right back up. Like nothing happened. Like the bullets were blanks. I was like, wait, what? What just happened? He answers the phone and he's like, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not coming home tonight. I don't care. Leave me alone. You're such a fucking bitch. I can't believe you're my daughter. Those were like his last words. It's like, he dies. And then the 3 here, they go off on a boat. They're like they're gonna drive it back to Japan or whatever. And they're like, yeah, I think it might just be you two. He's like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I've been nursing this gunshot wound for the last 20 minutes. Like, ah! It's like, no, It's like, yeah. Oh, it's fine. It's like, it's my time. It's my time to go. Just do me one favor. Make sure you guys stay friends, all right? Go. Okay, I gotta die now. He dies. So it's just these two knuckleheads left in the end of the movie. And I'm just like, meh. Why are the knuckleheads? But that's it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I want to give it one knee pad just for like that ending kind of just meh, made me sad. But more than anything else, I was just like, meh. But no, it's a good movie. You guys, I mean, like 2 knee pad territory is, for me, is like something I would like, if it was on, I'm going to watch it. 1 knee pad territory is like, if someone asks me about it, I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely got to see that movie. That's where it is. That's where it lies. Like, but if it doesn't present itself, then you're never going to see it. So I was like, well, I don't care. Like, somebody asked me, like, Battle Royale, oh yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Good movies, right? And bad movie. All right, guys. That's 30 minutes, man. Whew. Thank you so much for listening this long. There was no money in the chat. Appreciate it, guys. If you, let me know. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm trying to get that TikTok thing running a little bit better. I don't know. TikTok's weird. But, if you guys want to just look back in the movies that I wasn't in, or the episodes I wasn't a part of, and if you want me to do that next, go ahead and let me know. I'm just pulling at random right now, so. And like mostly the movies I have never seen. Like I have never seen Battle Royale, and I was very interested to see it. I've only seen like the first 5 minutes, and I was like, it looks pretty fucking violent. And then, I had other things to do. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good night.